Amanda Anisimova is so underrated. The fact that the majority of people don't see Amanda as the true American number one is ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. Alright? She has just had the greatest season by an American since Serena Williams in 2016 in terms of quality of play, and it's not even close. So why is she not getting labeled as the best American player by the majority of people? You can't say it's longevity because it's not like Amanda is like in COCO and just came out of nowhere. Amanda has always shown that she's a really good player. When she was 17, she beat Simona Halep and in the French Open, and in the same French Open pushed Ashley Barty to 3 sets, and Ashley Barty went on to win the title. She didn't win that match, but Ashley Barty went on to win the title. So she pushed the title winner to 3 sets at the age of 17. Come on now. After beating Simona Halep, like come on. When she was 20, she beat Naomi Osaka in Australian Open 2022. I mean, come on now. And then she beat her again in the French Open that same year. She's beating multiple great players in Grand Slams at a young age. She was close to a prodigy, basically. She goes on a long hiatus in 2023, comes back in 2024, and consistently performs well in pretty much every match she plays, while being in and out of, out of the tour because of injuries during the year. To be constantly getting injured and still consistently playing well every time you come back from injury, and to play through injury and to still play well, that shows you that she's a legit player, and she's always been a legit player, and that her success in the past was not some fluke. She made a WTA 1000 final that same year, and that was her best result that year. Best result of her career up to that point. And she made that her best result after coming back after a long hiatus during a year when she was injury prone. Come on. Every year, Amanda has literally just gotten better and better while playing through injury problems. Think about that. How do you get better while playing through injury problems constantly? Like literally, she was constantly injured in 2024 and before 2024, right? Not only has she been getting better and better each year, she's been playing well in almost every Grand Slam every year. Now look at what Amanda did last year in 2025, which was the first year she has been healthy, lift experience. She literally just had the best season by an American since Serena Williams in 2016 in terms of quality of play throughout the season, and it's not even close. She literally had the best season since Serena, and it's not even close. For an American. For an American. So assuming Amanda can just stay healthy, why isn't Amanda getting claimed universally as the best American player in the world? It literally makes no sense. I know why. It's because most people can't even count, and they just repeat after what the media says. Most people don't understand what they're looking at when they watch tennis. They really don't. People say that COCO Gauff is the best American player, and that claim is so forced. The last Grand Slam where she played well against great players who were in good form, and where she played well for the majority of the Grand Slam, was the 2024 Australian Open. She's been on a decline ever since then. She hasn't had a slam where she played well against the great players who are in good form and played well for the majority of the slam since 2024 Australian Open. Whereas Amanda has had 4 straight slam appearances where she played well against the great players who are in good form. The great players that she has to go up against, right? And where she also played well the majority of the slam, unlike COCO, right? For those who want to point out the Wimbledon final, you're being disingenuous if you are trying to say that the Wimbledon final represents why Amanda isn't better than COCO. Because when has COCO performed well against Iga in a Grand Slam? I'll wait. Exactly. That's what I thought. Also, what did Amanda do to Iga in the U.S. Open? She beat her in 2 sets. Also, in that Wimbledon tournament, she beat Sabalenka in a long match by outplaying Sabalenka while also playing good again, which is another thing you can't say about golf, right? It's sad because if Amanda wins the Australian Open, she probably will, people will finally give her the respect as the true American number one. The reason why it's sad is because they should have already given her that title since the end of 2025 Wimbledon, and people are only going to say that she's the best American because the media are going to say that. And the reason why the media are going to give Amanda that label is because the media likes to hype up anyone who wins a slam if they feel like they are marketable, especially in American, because America is such a big market that isn't that well tapped into tennis. The media will give Amanda that label only because they feel like it's best to market her as the best American tennis player, not because of her actual performance. Because if they did give her the label because of her actual performance, if that's how they assess how they give the label to who's the best American, they would have given her that label after 2025 Wimbledon, and especially after she backed up 2025 Wimbledon with 2025 US Open. They would have given her that label in 2025, way before the Australian Open final, when she wins, if she wins, right? But I think she's gonna win. And they're just gonna give her the label because they feel like it's best to market her as the best American, not because of her actual performance. Anyone who hasn't seen Amanda as the best American player since the end of 2025 Wimbledon shouldn't give an opinion on anything tennis related, since they clearly don't understand what matters in tennis, and just repeat after what the media says because they can't think for themselves. It's so clear who the best American is, and it's been clear since the end of 2025 Wimbledon. It's Amanda Anisimova, and it's not even close. And look how underrated Amanda is. You're telling me on the Australian Open Bracket Challenge on AustralianOpen.com, right? You're telling me only 10% of people who did this challenge predicted Amanda Anisimova to win. Look, guys, I understand that Sabalenka is a big favorite. If you're wondering, 50% of people picked Sabalenka to win. And I understand why, right? Because Sabalenka is obviously the most consistent player. She's the best player in the world. It's reasonable to pick Sabalenka. Sabalenka is the more rational pick, right? And then Amanda Anisimova is the second most rational pick. I mean, here's why. I mean, she literally just went to 2 straight Grand Slam finals, and she played well throughout the majority of both of those slams, and she got better from slam to slam to slam. And we all know she is great on hard court. She's the second best hard court player in the WTA. She's obviously the second best hard court player in the WTA. So it just makes sense that you would at least have her like, okay, if 50% of people pick Sabalenka, which is fine, which I understand, Anisimova should be like 30%. You know what I mean? Like, I understand some people are going to have different opinions, but like, Amanda Anisimova should be by far the second most selected player. I guarantee you, with this 10% of people picking Amanda, that means that there's probably more people who picked either Iga or GAUFF to win over her. And that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous because Iga has shown that on hard court, she is very vulnerable. Very, very vulnerable. And GAUFF, obviously, again, hasn't played well consistently in a Grand Slam and against great players who are in good form in a Grand Slam since 2024. At the beginning of the year, in 2024 Australian Open. We are in 2026. Why are people still hyping up GAUFF like she's the same player from 2024? Like she's clearly not. It's been 2 years since she showed that type of form in a Grand Slam. Whereas Amanda literally just had 4 straight slam appearances where she played well and she played great against great players in good form. Actually, not in what do you call? Actually, now I'm thinking about not in Australian Open 2025. I wouldn't call Raducanu a great player, but she's a good player. And Amanda did play well though. It's just that Raducanu was just too good that day. All right, she was just too good that day. It is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Like this video. Retweet this video if it's on Twitter. And yeah, just like this video if you agree.